Good morning, everybody. It's Sunday morning. Just sitting around the house, not much going on. Figured I'd pop in. Anybody wants to talk a little bit about drones or anything really, I'll put the link in the chat. And if you want to pop in with me, welcome to. What's up, Arizona? Drone Dude, Drone Life RC. How y'all doing? If anybody wants to pop in, welcome to. Hey, Hot Rod. Yeah, Johnny is bored. Hey, Hot Rod, good. I'm glad you're here. Can you pop in? Those strobe lights, were those, that firehouse strobe, was that on your drone, or was that on who else was that? Bill's? Nah, I'm just goofing off this morning. It's no formal show or anything. I was gonna even text Captain Ray, but I know Captain Ray's with his relatives. Anybody wants to pop in, there's a link in the chat. Oh, they were yours, Hot Rod? Yeah, those are firehouse lights. Blind Neil, what's up? Blind Neil, you want to pop in? You're welcome to. Yeah, those things were bright. Okay, yeah, Firehouse 5. You say, yeah, they were very bright. I like the way they look. You definitely could see them. It was daylight there when we were flying. So yeah, definitely bright for sure. You could see them. I know it wasn't that far out, but I tell you what, that's the first time I really ever seen them up close like that. Yeah, Firehouse 5. Okay, got it. Anybody wants to pop in, you're welcome to. Yeah, I know it's been a week since the meetup now. Last week, I was driving back home, left about this time from Florida. Did a little early morning flight with those FPV guys there where Mitch flies at the park. And started heading back. So seems like time flies. Hey, we 51 weeks closer to the next drone meetup maybe. Got a lot of buzz going on lately about this. Got a couple, new drones look like they're coming out. Of course, everybody's talking about the Air 2S, which may be out very soon. And of course, the FIMI Mini is definitely going to hit the market here. It's actually on, I think, AliExpress. You can see it. They got a 3?9. So that price, yeah, love my drones that line. Yeah. Hey, it's great to meet you. Pop in if you ain't doing anything. Ed, what's up? Mark Fisher's in the house. Yeah, Mark, it is Sunday morning, kind of easy. It's got a little drizzle going on here in South Louisiana, but it's going to be a kind of a boring day. We bought some shrimp yesterday, had a family shrimp boil. That was fun. Going to get a little front come through this afternoon and cool it back off a little bit in the 50s, but it was like 84 yesterday. It was kind of warm. So, Mark, yeah, I got to tell you, man, those pictures on your Instagram of those birds and wildlife and stuff are incredible. I showed them to my granddaughter. She paints. She needs to bring one of those pictures to life there in a painting. It is easy like Sunday morning. Yeah, Hot Rod, I tell you, that location was a great location. I think that the little park that got canceled would have been a really nice spot right there because they had so much around there. But it was a little windy. But hey, you know what? It wasn't bad at all. I think it was more about meeting the guys, and so I actually didn't even put a drone up there. We did a lot of flying back at the hotel that Friday evening, and when we got back Saturday. What's up, Chris? Yeah, if anybody wants to pop in. Still in bed, Mark. What's up? Yeah, Mark, I have to show you some of her. I have to give you her website, well, her Instagram post and all. She does some. She does pet portraits. She'll take a picture of a pet and then she'll put that on canvas, and it's pretty neat. I'll text you some of them, a couple of them, give you an idea what she's only 14, so she's been doing it. Your grandchildren took all your energy. That was yesterday. Yeah, you were doing something with them. Yeah, that'd be great, Hot Rod. They was actually had a launch that I think that Saturday morning was supposed to happen, but I think it got scrubbed because of the wind. Can you imagine that? If anybody wants to pop on, guys, you're welcome to. I know it's boring listening to one person. So what do you guys think about that new FEMI Mini drone? Looks pretty interesting. Of course, the Air 2S. I don't know if they were actually in Air 2S in Florida that weekend we were there. Maybe Billy, Sean, or Ken Dono had one. I know he went off and flew kind of FPV there, kind of middle part of the day. So maybe they had that Air 2S. Who knows? Looks pretty interesting. I think it's just more of an upgrade instead of a whole new drone, and so we'll see how that kind of works out. It was Sunday, yeah, Hot Rod. Yeah, you was. Yeah, Mark, I did see that actually. I didn't realize when you were doing it. Kind of sneaky there. I'm Mika Steve. Welcome in. I know if you watched the sunrise, Dennis was on this morning. Rozzy was on, and then Chris went on for a few minutes, and I think he got knocked out. He had just started. And I don't know what happened to his stream there. Jerry, what's up? Anybody wants to pop in, you're welcome to. Yeah, Chris Hope, I think he had just started. He was on for maybe a minute or two, and then I know Rodney Bell messaged me, and he said, I messaged him and said, "Man, what happened? Am I the only one got knocked off?" And he said he thought it was maybe a YouTube problem. Ross had a great sunrise there. Yeah, rain and cold there this morning. Yeah, Hot Rod. Yeah, that's what I know. Mitch and who else is out there? Captain Ray. Yeah, a bunch of them. See them. Stevie, what's on? What's up, man? Steve, you want to pop in? You can. Just goofing off here a little bit. Kind of bored. Bored this morning. Yeah, it's raining here too. I don't think it's gonna be anything too bad. It's a little cool front coming through. So went out yesterday and put the Air 2 up a bunch. I went up to went down I-55 to a little town of Manchac, Louisiana, a little port town, and flew there. And then I came back through Ponchatoula and put up that big strawberry. It's a big kind of town square there in Ponchatoula, who hosts the Strawberry Festival. Of course, the last 2 years with COVID, that thing's been put off. It's kind of the biggest free festival in Louisiana. Hey, Brad, what's up? Brad, you want to pop in? You can. I don't know what you're doing this morning. It is a boring kind of Sunday, Jerry. I was just sitting here and ate some breakfast, drank some coffee, and what's up, Mark?
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Oh, not too much. Just a little bored this morning, so I figured I'd pop on for a few minutes, and I ain't gonna stay on too long. But
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I was in bed and I said, "Hey, that's Jody Drone Fly. I'm tune in and check out what he's doing."
we just goofing off, really. I know after lunch there'll be some shows on. Have the Drone Seekers come on at I think 2, and then so there's a bunch of shows on. I wasn't doing too much.
Yeah, I hear a lot about that FEMI drone. I don't normally fly, so I guess like in the beginning, a long time ago with the Phantom 1, that was 7 years ago. But
yeah,
then after that, I got a little bit into I did get the Comma. Whoa, we don't want to talk too much about that. That was horrible. I actually when I got that drone, it was the worst drone ever. They should.
Well, in the drone world, it kind of is true. You kind of get what you pay for. So the toy drones are. I mean, my friend, we play cards about once a month. We do a little rummy game, and all we really do is mess around with each other for 4 hours and rag each other. But he had his grandson got a Potensic, a little, I don't know, G18 or something like that, man. And he gave it to me, and of course, going to the meetup, it was kind of sat in my truck. And then the other day, I tried to, and I did put it up, but he won't be able to fly that thing.
So a drone I'm talking, the GoPro Comma. That was they should have put wheels on it. That was the worst drone I've ever had. Then I got into Ghost Drone. I forget the name of it. I have like boxes downstairs, never been opened.
Yeah.
Probably 3 Ghost drones, and then I started to mess with the Uniques. I had a lot of unique drones.
Yeah.
And then there's what's that other company? Goodness, the French company there. Oh, jeez. From French, they used to do pro-consumer drones, but now they're into the more platform of I'm a loss for words this morning.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with
the Inspire 2 and that platform, but they're not
Nafi.
Yeah, that company that makes
Parrot.
Parrot.
Yeah.
So
in Arizona. Yeah, I actually have a Parrot of Nafi. I like the Parrot of Nafi.
Yeah, they were making some pretty good drones. It wasn't too bad. I had the Mambo. They gave it to me. Actually, they sent me an Evo. No, not them. That was Auto Robotics. But they sent me gave us a Mambo over at the New York City Drone Film Festival, where me and a few other guys from Rhode Island were like the I guess you could say top photographers for that event. That was about 3 years ago, and then we were able to meet Auto Robotics and Parrot and all these other different companies. The red cameras, which were amazing, but so I never really got into the FEMI, and I hear so much about it.
I had the FEMI SE 2020, and it really did fly good. It was fast. It was you could get it up in the wind. The Horizon, I never could get the Horizon problem solved. And listen, it wasn't terrible, but it shouldn't be there at all.
Yeah, Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I guess depending what you're shooting and all that, maybe it really didn't matter a whole lot. But
Right.
yeah, we hope. But the FEMA Mini, you know, you hope that you know, first of all, they know what they have to do. They got two minis, you know, the original Mini and the Mini 2 to go after, as far as you know, to kind of. And will it be better? You know, probably can't be better than a Mini 2. I will say that right now. But you know, will I buy it? Probably so. You know, I don't know why, but I will.
I guess it's price points too, you know, to get a decent drone at a good price, you know, just to, you know, for beginners. For me, I'm always like, when somebody asks me, oh, what beginner drone should I get? Well, I say, you know, actually really it's where your budget's at, you know. So
Right.
if you have the budget to buy a Mavic 2 Pro, that could be your beginner drone. For me, that's my opinion. Because then you're gonna get more out of a drone. Like you're gonna get all the sensors, the 360-degree sensors, you know, protection really, and you know, you're gonna get great video and all that. So
Yeah,
I say
Stevie,
cut
right?
to the chase.
Stevie, right there. You know, you can just put you can just see what Stevie said, and that's about, you know, it's your trust, and you
Yeah,
know, it's just a great camera. It flies good. You
yeah,
don't really have to. You know, hey, actually, the FEMA. Well, I don't say so much the FEMA. The Xeno 2, you definitely got to fly. It's kind of like a FPV camera
FPV
drone.
kind of type. Yeah,
The Xeno 2.
I'm horrible. Even these whatever. I probably have one sitting around here. Those little I usually have one sitting around just to look at it. One of those little mini.
Oh, the little
One of
whoop.
these like one of these deals, you know, like
Yeah.
oh that'll hit 7 different things before a second. I just can't. I'm not good at flying a PV or anything like that. That doesn't have that hold. I'm so used to that, you know, that hold. That
Night Train, welcome in. Come on and pop in, Mike, if you want. We just goofing off here.
Yeah. You know, I really love Auto Robotics, the Evo. I like the Evo
that's the
1 and
first
I like
time.
the Evo 2. It's just
The first time I saw that Evo 2 was at the meet. I tell you what, that thing, it
that's a
definitely
beast.
looks. It's
That's
a
a
beast.
really good drone. I mean, the Evo 2, I have the Evo 2 Pro 6K, and that's my go-to drone when I have to film something, shoot something that's, you know, for any commercial stuff like that. To get up and just get some great shots. If I got to do it quick, the Mavic 2 Pro with the smart control, you know, like. But like the camera on that thing is just unbelievable.
Yeah.
It doesn't fly as, you know, it's not the same type of flight as the Mavic 2 Pro, but once you start recording on that thing in 4K 60 or whatever it is, and you get that setting right on your, you know, manual settings right, you're gonna get some amazing footage.
Yeah, and it can fly in that wind too, so you don't have to worry about that.
It's a brick.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yep. And you know, you can't count out the starfish of drones, which is the Phantom 4 Pro.
Mark. So it's been a week. So what do you think about all this drone stuff here since the past 7-8 days?
This is a new world for me right now. You know, I've never ever even didn't I really didn't know about like these whole like drone live, you know, speaking about drones and all that. I think about 2 years ago, I started to try something like it, and I just was like, well, I don't know. I don't got a lot of subscribers on my YouTube, but I was doing like a kitchen table drone talk or something like that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I started to try to do it, and it just didn't work out for me. I got into the review stuff. I was getting sent a lot of different drone, you know, like landing gear and landing pads, you know, different accessories, and like I knew some people from China. They were sending me stuff over to review it, and that didn't go too well with me. So I was like, all right, where am I gonna go with this? I want to start shooting commercials, you know. So yeah, but this is a whole new world for me. And then like meeting everybody at that meetup was just amazing. Like it's like Johnny Bell, is it Rodney Bell?
Rodney.
That it was like family.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, like everybody was just, and you know what I love about it the most? I'll tell you. nobody was seeing color, nobody was seeing race, or none of that. There was none of that, and I get that. I have a good sense of
Right.
of people, and man, it was just amazing. Like
it was, yeah, it really
all
was.
walks of life.
If you talk, I've been personally, I guess I really hadn't been that long myself on, probably a year and a half as far as kind of in the drone community, watching the feeds and all that. But after you text and see those guys and a little show that Captain Ray and I do, we kind of like to introduce everybody into that, tell their little story. But man, it was definitely like Rod. It was just, I don't know, it was like a family reunion. It was like more like, kind of like you've seen them before, but maybe you haven't met them, in person. It's kind of hard to explain, because even my daughter, when I told her, I'm going to Florida to this drone meetup, and she's like, well, where are you going? Like, you don't know anybody. I said, well, that's not really true. I mean, yeah, I never met them, and then, my granddaughter wanted to come. Of course, that was a great trip with her. But, I haven't met Captain Ray, and I have been doing that little show probably since September or October, and I've never met Captain Ray. So, it was, and it's kind of like, just old friends, and you can become old friends, I guess, even though you're new friends, because you kind of share that background and share that interest,
Yeah, and I love the video of you and your granddaughter. I love that. That's awesome. And for me, I didn't know anybody really. I mean, I heard Billy Kyle, and I talked to Billy Kyle just a little bit, where he didn't really know who I was because I sent him stuff and then he wouldn't reply back or whatever. But even Ken Dobo, where Ken Dobo actually sent me. So I do some business with DroneWorks and Zach Davis, and I bought a lot of stuff off them, and Ken is affiliated with them. And Ken, I was shocked, but Ken sent me the oh goodness, what is wrong with me today? Thor mount, Liftdoor mount for the Evo 2 Pro.
Oh, okay.
So that I can connect my Crystal Sky to it. And he sent it to me for free. And I was like, this guy don't even really know me, And so, but for me to go to that meet and not know any of you guys, really, I didn't know anybody or never met anybody personally or really even, had a conversation.
Yeah, and what's funny, because sometimes like Captain Ray would come up to me, he'd go like, man, who's that guy? Or, who is that on YouTube? And then I remember I had just about an hour before, well, I don't know, you were there a long time, and I had introduced myself. But anyway, it's like, I said, who is that guy right there? Or who is this? And you're like, because you see the name and sometimes you just don't know who the hell is who,
Yeah, exactly.
Like this guy right here,
Yeah, Mitch, the old guy.
Hey, Mark, how are you, buddy?
The old young guy.
How you doing?
Mitch is he might be the oldest guy in the stream right now.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest guy on the planet, I think.
No, the oldest, youngest guy on the planet.
I think I may be one of the oldest FPV pilots.
Wait a minute. So yesterday I told my wife we were driving to this butterfly place with my grandkids and I said to my wife, I said, my mom's 90 years old. She's got some spunk in her. But I'm going to take her out and I'm going to just go through some stuff. I'm going to film it and I'm going to let her go up with the drone.
Yeah, I would. Ken Herron did that with a 100-plus-year-old.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. That's amazing. Yeah, I want to do that.
And he did it with his nephew, who was like 9 or 10 or something. So you know what? It's a big spectrum.
Well, with the DJI FPV drone, just about anybody can fly that thing. You put it in normal mode and you just show them how to push the sticks around. But it's been a learning curve for me, flying full-blown FPV. I've been doing it about 2 years now.
Well, Mitch, I got to say, I've seen, I saw Carlos and I saw Night Train and I saw Ed, but I tell you what, you do pretty damn good.
Well, not bad for an old fart, but I have a lot of experience in the RC hobby, and I'm sure a lot of that helps.
Right. I'm sure it helps.
I think I was born with a transmitter in my hand, as a matter of fact.
Well, it was fun to watch in person. I will say, watching on YouTube to me really is not my cup of tea, the FPV, but when seeing it in person is totally different.
Well, when you watch it, generally when you're watching it on YouTube, you're just seeing the goggles view, and you don't, and you're not hearing that screaming sound and seeing that thing going 100 miles an hour across the sky or shooting to the moon. And that's what really is impressive. And between you and me, since I don't have anybody to fly, really any FPV guys in my neighborhood that I can go out and fly with, this little fly-in was one of the first times I actually ever got together with a bunch.
Right.
And
I the first time I ever flew. Look, and here's the first guy you ever taught to fly FPV. He was your first student. Well, he just kicked himself out.
Who is that?
I'll let him pop back in.
Oh, okay.
He graduated from the mid school. He graduated.
Oh, God, yeah.
He was the first student from the mid school of.
Oh God, they'll let anybody.
Good morning, Johnny.
What's up, Carlos?
Good morning, Carlos.
Good morning, Mitch.
I didn't teach Carlos how to fly. Carlos taught me how to. He's been flying longer than I have.
Yeah, Carlos can rip. I'll tell you what, it was fun watching him. He was going through the trees and through the canopy where we were standing right there. It's like, man.
Carlos has mastered the art of being annoying.
What are you trying to say?
I don't think he beat around the bush. He didn't say it.
I think your videos speak for themselves, Carlos.
That's not annoying. That's calculated tower buzzing.
And I say that with great affection too. We love it. We love it.
That's what I was telling.
It was fun.
Can you believe it's been a week since the meet there? You know, so it's
it seems like it was yesterday, and then it seems like it was months ago. You know, I mean.
Yeah.
I think I just need one more push into the FPV world, because I'm so afraid of it. But I want to use it and incorporate it into my, making the commercials that I make. But yesterday we were out at a small meet over here in Rhode Island, and one of the guys in the group bring his, DJI FPV, and I was just so amazed at it without him even flying manually, just in like the speed, whatever,
sport mode.
Yeah, and it was just amazing just for that. Like, and so I was like, oh, I have to go to the Louis Vuitton store for my wife.
Yeah. Well, if
you know what that means,
if you're going to use it for the purposes you're talking about, and that the sport mode is going to get you all of that style of footage that you need. You go 60 miles an hour. You don't need to go faster than that.
That's incredible.
And for that, I think it's a great. I mean, I admire the product for the kind of flying that Carlos and I do. We'd be breaking it all the time. It's not practical for somebody that wants to just rip FPV all the time. But if photography, and I said this on the first stream I did, I said if photography is your main.
Oh, be back.
Oh, okay. Well, there goes that point. I was going to say, if photography is your main thing, then it's a great product for you.
Right.
If the flying aspect of it, and you could pretty much care less about the photography. The only reason that and Carlos too, that you even record the DVR is to share the flight with people. You're not looking for color grading, cinematic.
right.
One other point we record is in case you crash and you're not exactly sure where you crashed, you go back to the DVR and you can find it. That's helped me many a times. A
point that Ed Love My Drones has benefited from many times.
Oh, the recordings? Yeah.
Yeah. How many times have we been on his live streams, as he's wandering around his property, replaying the live streams, trying to figure out exactly where the drone is?
It's tricky. But I know that gentleman, Mark, he knows Michael Blade, and they're in the same state, and Michael Blade's getting into the FPV scene.
You got to be careful. It ought to come with a warning label.
Like it could be
is as addictive as crack cocaine and will cost you just as much.
Very true. You think you're ever going to give it a try, Johnny?
I would definitely try like the little Tiny Hawk system. I think that's the one to try. And I mean, don't tell Captain Ray. No, I definitely would try it. I did put some goggles on at the meet, and last week or a couple weeks ago, I was showing a house, and I happened to come outside and straighten my sign up, and the guy was in the front yard flying an FPV drone. I think he had some fat shark goggles. Is that something? Okay.
Yeah.
And he had a little, and actually he was out there, and he had got the drone stuck up in a tree and not trying to knock it out the tree with a basketball. But yeah, I definitely would try that kit. That way you got it all in one thing, and at least just to see. Because it definitely looks very interesting. I mean, you don't want to be.
It's more than interesting. It's actually fun.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a gateway. That's the gateway drug right there. That little.
That's the marijuana of drugs.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you try to find that drone, it's sold out everywhere on Amazon.
No. You can get it now. The Tiny Hawk 2 ready to fly.
Yeah, well, it's sold out at Race Day Quads at Amazon.
Is it really?
Like the 6th. I mean, it's not months out, but I mean,
Get FPV.
Everywhere you look, what's the name of that?
Get FPV.
Get FPV, but
And
Amazon.
Pyro drones.
Usually, you can get it on Amazon, and I would almost suggest that somebody that like you that just wants to get a taste of it, buy it from Amazon, because you got. I mean, you can fly it, and then if you decide, well, this just isn't for me. I can't wear the goggles every time I try to fly. I fall over and hurt myself because I get dizzy. Then you package it up and send it back, no questions asked. That's
right.
the thing about Amazon.
Yeah, I would definitely be, opt to giving it a try. I mean, you know what?
You can also try actually Emax USA. Buy it direct. But this is my suggestion is extra batteries and extra propellers when you do buy it. You want to have extra sets.
And
Sure.
if you do get hooked on it, I mean, if it is something you think you want to progress, then you immediately want to get yourself a real pair of goggles and a real radio.
And this may be a stupid question. Does that record or does that not record?
No, that
Not
doesn't.
the ones you get in the ready to fly.
That
Okay.
one doesn't record.
You can buy something called a SkyDroid, which
Exactly.
is about $27. You hook it up to your phone and that'll record for you with an app.
Yeah, because the analog, nice thing about, I mean, digital is great. I love the digital, but the nice thing about the analog quads is the sharing aspect of it. Virtually anybody that has any kind of a pair of goggles, a ground station, a receiver, a SkyDroid can fly along with you.
Right.
And here's an idea for you, Johnny. I think for about $300, you get yourself started. If you really hate it, you can always do a giveaway or a raffle on your show.
Sure.
But I actually think if you try it and stick at it, just about everybody I know likes it. They
Sure.
actually fall in love with it to a certain degree.
Well, I know y'all guys. I mean, I can see y'all passion. Just like, I mean, camera bird. Look, the camera drones are a lot of fun, but they are. I mean,
They serve a purpose.
They fly pretty easy. I'm not saying you don't have to.
No, but basically, a camera drone is a flying camera.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where
now,
an FPV drone is something that you're It's like you're in there and you're flying it. I don't know.
Right.
Like vicarious pilot, unlike Mitch, who actually has piloted. But it's
now
just
if you're flying a camera drone, doesn't mean you don't need talent, because if you want to become a good cinematographer,
Sure.
you really, I mean, it's a lot of practice to learn how to do 3 or 4 different things at once. You want to be orbiting something at the same time as you're backing up, at the same time as you're panning the camera, and all that. You want that to be all smooth and seamless. That is not an easy thing to do, and I
pretty
admire
amazing.
people that have the talent.
With the new I remember some of these drone the DJI drones, they had these I forget what, like modes. You press it and it does it for you. You know what I mean?
You can do that. You can take a point of view, a point of interest. You can set an object as a point of interest, and then the drone keeps the camera pointed no matter what you do.
I mean, between the droney and
there's a boomerang. Wasn't there a boomerang one? Something like a boomerang
one. There's a rocket one that
rocket.
Yeah.
Droney.
Dronies. But that takes the challenge.
I can't hear.
And then even adjusting your gimbal speed. You have to the whole thing.
Sure.
Hey,
Well,
Mark.
Mark's coming.
I don't know.
We went out. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I mean, when I started out with a Mavic Air, but I was trying to fly it fast and through stuff, and I had 3 of them. I used the DJI Refresh really good, let me tell you. And then I went to the Spark. That took a little bit more of a beating. And then the Eachine M80. Remember that, Mitch?
That was my first little one. I've still got it here. Still flies.
Yeah, it's somewhere around here.
I'll never forget, Carlos, the first time I took that outside. Okay, I'd been flying it in my house, and I was brand new, and I don't think I'd ever even tried an FPV drone outside. And I took that little thing out beside my house here and took off. The next thing I knew, I was in the stratosphere. I was up so high I could, I felt like I was probably 300 feet. But I felt like I was, and I said, holy cow, now what do I do?
Yeah.
Hey, Mitch, I'm sorry to cut. I cut you off there.
No, don't worry.
Mark.
This is professional show business.
Yeah.
Mark, you're friends with Michael Blade, right?
Only when he got money.
Okay, but when you do hang out, he has one of those FPV drones. He can give you the, give you a taste.
There's a lot of guys in the group that are flying FPV right now. I allow a lot of those guys to be in the group because they bring a lot to the table. We got Rhode Island Drone Meetup, and it's a pretty awesome group. We're very, very strict when it comes to FAA regulations, and we have guys that put up some really great content, and we're a group that really helps one another. So I'm sure that the guys are always joking with me and saying, "Come on, man, you can get FPV easy. You'll be able to get it." And I'm like, "Okay, you have never seen me smash all these little drones, all these little ones. I hit every single plant and every single knick-knack that my wife has in the house." So
you'll get it, but you'll get it. It's just like anything else. It doesn't. There's nothing superhuman about it. It's practice. You just have to learn.
Well, here's another thing, Mark, is some drones fly better than others out of the box.
Yeah.
So you're actually maybe trying to fly, something that's hard for anybody to fly because it's not tuned well.
Yeah, or your accelerometer is so far out of whack that the thing just immediately takes off in one direction or another.
Right.
Mark, you live anywhere near Coventry or Hope, Rhode Island?
Absolutely.
My nephew's there, and I told Michael Blade when I go visit my nephew, I'm going to go hang out with you guys, and hopefully.
There's a question I just put up. I don't know, Carlos or Mitch, if you can answer that.
What do you guys recommend?
Emax 4 Tiny Hawk ready to fly.
I'm not familiar with the 4.
I don't know what a Tiny Hawk Emax 4 is. It may be a typo, but
I would say the Emax Tiny Hawk 2 ready to fly.
Tiny Hawk 2 ready to fly kit. Yeah, that comes with the beginner goggles and I'm not crazy.
I forgot.
I tried Bob Casey's radio when I was fixing his down here. It's the first time I ever had that little radio in my hand, and I wouldn't be comfortable. Well, that's the first thing I would do is upgrade that radio once you decided that it's something you actually want to continue with. But for a start, a taste of it, if you don't like it, you can return it, give it away on your channel, sell it. You can always get rid of one of those little starter kits.
Guess whose receiver fell off the Tiny Hawk race again?
The antenna?
Yeah.
You break that? Oh, God.
It wasn't me. It's I don't know.
Who was it?
Wasn't me. So anyway, what days do you fly, Mark, on these meetups? Is it like every second Sunday, third Sunday, once a month?
There's no really set schedule or anything
okay.
that. We are right. We like yesterday. I just said, "Hey, is anybody going to catch a sunset?" You know what I mean? And then we'll get guys to meet up. Ever since the pandemic hit, we kind of stepped back from doing the meetups. But
really,
yeah, we wasn't really doing many meetups during the whole pandemic thing. But we're definitely planning some stuff right now. We actually, I'm going to be doing a class at a restaurant We got this restaurant to allow us to use the whole restaurant just for us. I'm going to be teaching a editing class. So, you know, the post after getting footage and content, I'm going to be teaching the guys in the group. Well, most of the guys in the group, some of the guys in the group, I should say.
Mark, how big is it?
Mark-
How many members is that group?
We have, so seeing that a lot of the guys now from Drone Nation are starting to join, we have about 240, I'm going to say 240
Oh, okay.
people. We've kept it low because I am a person that don't want any kind of drama. And within the time that we've had the group, probably now a little over a couple of years now, the group has been active. I've kind of handpicked the guys that are in the group. We had a couple of times where we had some problems with, like, you know, arguing or something like that, somebody going back and forth, or one guy was coming at me with some crazy stuff. He actually really said some really harmful stuff to me. Right out. See you later. You get the boot. I don't want to hear it. there's no, you know.
Mark, how many of those members live in Rhode Island?
Most of the group lives in Rhode Island. I just started letting guys from outside of Rhode Island. My take on that is that I wanted people from other states in the group, because I felt if we were visiting another state or something like that, it'd be a good connection to that person. Plus, we want different perspective. Right. We're always seeing what's in Rhode Island, and we want to see what's in New York, or what's in Colorado, or what's in Tennessee, you know?
Yeah.
We want to see those different perspectives. So I think it's inspiring for guys in the group to be able to see that, and also to be able to connect with other drone pilots.
Okay, so Mark, you have a drone meetup, you pick a place, you get maybe 10, 15 guys, and basically you're flying GPS drones in a certain area. What goes on?
So most of the time when I get up to the meetups, I don't fly. I'll go around and make sure guys are, you know, did you do an IMU? Did you do a compass calibration? Did you calibrate the gimbal? You know, are you, you know, and I'll just feed them guys with, like, knowledge, you know, and just kind of go through things that they should be doing before they fly, or if it's about, like, getting a point of interest. So if you want to get that point of interest, get out to that area, you know, and do a droney, and do an orbit, or do some type of thing, so that when you get back in post, when you're putting that together, I like to like, for me, I like to fly and be creative. I like to build a story around what I'm doing, so that when I get back to the house and I'm starting to create a video, I get better results.
Gotcha. One thing I did like when I went to one of these meetings, because you do get quite a few people flying GPS drones, is they made it a point to tell each other at what height and to not stay at those heights.
Absolutely. And we do that. We also do that. We'll make sure if I'm flying with somebody else or something like that, or there's a lot of guys out there, we'll just keep on giving them the telemetry, you know, telemetry. Where we're at, yeah.
All right, now changing the subject, Mark. At the meetup, I believe you were the only one that filmed me riding that one-wheeled skateboard.
I did.
I want to see some videos so I can prove to my wife that I actually did it.
Well,
I think I may have one, Carlos. I have to look.
Really?
I think
we'll testify, Carlos.
Can I get a witness?
Send me an affidavit. I'll sign it. I have it notarized.
Good morning, Ed.
What's up, man?
So you'll be posting a meetup video, Mark?
Yes, I'll be posting on that meetup video. I am gonna start trying to work on it. I have a lot of commercials that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
So
work first.
But I'm definitely gonna put something together. I got some really good footage, and I was using the Sony 7S3, which is a great camera, and I had the Ronin RS gimbal, so I got some really great video, and I also took some drone footage of some boats far out, and some drone footage of the guys, you know. But I got you on that one wheel. I got it. So
cool.
Oh, look, Stevie's got some, Carlos.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
And he released the video. Okay, cool.
cool.
We rode the hell out of that bike yesterday while we was balling shrimp.
Oh, that was thanks for letting me ride that. That was fun. Just goofing off with that for a little while.
Yeah, I got Johnny on the bike too.
I don't know about quite a few, but people were on there.
Yeah, it was fun.
Was it ever the same after Drone Worship rode it?
The king. The
King. Yeah, he looked like yeah.
Everybody wish him luck. He's going in the hospital tomorrow.
Oh,
Is it
really?
tomorrow?
Oh,
Yeah.
prayers go out to him.
I didn't know
He'll be
that.
all right.
You know,
He's
I
gonna
wanted
live forever, that guy.
I wanted
Yeah,
to get
well,
somebody.
well,
I wanted to get somebody pulling a wheelie on that thing, reaching their hand back and touching the ground or something.
Johnny would like that one.
Cool.
Well, all you gotta do is give it the stick there a little bit, and it'll definitely pull it up, pull the front, because the back wheel is the only thing moving. So it'll throw your butt off, I tell you.
Johnny, you should have done it, man. Evil Knievel at its best.
Yeah. He wanted to come home. What do they call that? Whole.
Yeah, I had to look. My granddaughter does have a license, but I don't know if I was gonna let her drive my truck back to Louisiana.
I don't like many people driving me at all. I'm the same.
Yeah, I
way.
know.
No, thank you.
I kept teasing her about driving, but nah, I don't know.
Yeah, it was good. You got time. You got to spend time with her.
Yeah, she had a
Cool.
great time.
Yeah, that's amazing, man.
She didn't think we were all a bunch of nerdy old men. Goofy.
No, you know what? She sat out there on that little beach, and she'd come up there now and then, and she kind of did her own little thing. But she does. She just had a great time. I think
Good.
she needed to get out just as much as I know I did. So being COVID and the school, and there'd been so much stuff going on, and she had just had her tonsils taken out. So it was a good little trip. It's something we'll remember the rest of our lives. That's for sure.
Amazing how Florida is so much different than other states as far as the lax with the mask and all that paranoia.
Yeah. Did
I
anybody
I don't see a high number of Floridians dropping like flies. So it must be working.
Did anybody from the drone meet report that they got COVID yet?
Not that I know of.
I mean, we were glad handing, shaking hands, hugging, kissing. Social distancing went out the window.
I only kissed once.
I know Carlos is kissing everybody on the cheek, and yet it was like it never existed down there for us. What COVID and I was curious to see if anybody ever and people came from all over the country.
Yep.
So I mean, the odds.
Not only that, but they came with other people in airplanes, took their mask off to eat their snacks because that's supposed to save us.
Yeah.
And you know what I did? I brought extra like pistachios, and I put my mask on, and I would chew and take my time with my mask off, take a sip, chew, take my.
That'd be interesting.
That mask thing.
If somebody comes down, if anybody that was there actually says, I got it, and I got it in Florida. So.
No,
Well, there was an issue in Miami, according to the news.
I don't believe anything they say on the news about anything.
When I was there, I was listening to local news, and I don't know. They had to shut down Miami like at 8 o'clock.
That was but that was the spring break kids were crazy. They were out of their minds, and the mayor just put a curfew on.
I think a lot of people had the shots. Well, not a lot, but I know some had the shots.
Either way, it was just nice to know that I could enjoy the day and not have to worry about wearing a mask, because then I would have not. It wouldn't have been fun.
No, it wouldn't have been. I got my shot on Thursday.
Not to mention with that breeze, if you sneezed a second later, it was like down the block. Wow.
I think the wind was too fast for the COVID. The COVID couldn't have caught up to anybody.
No.
I was feeling a little rabid, so I got a rabies shot, and I was good.
You look fine.
Mark, you didn't get cold coming out of that water with all that wind on you?
No, I wasn't cold at all, actually. I heard everybody saying about, the barnacles on the rocks.
Sharp,
And I did.
I was worried when you took your shoes off, Mark.
Yeah, that was you, Ed. And Ed, I did get cut up on my feet. I was all sliced. There was all different little slices, not until like go to the hospital about, but there was all little slices on my feet, and then I'm still healing from the one on my finger.
Yeah, man,
No,
they
Mark.
sting like crazy because there's a bacteria on those that really make them sting.
Yeah, I was cleaning it. I was doing well. I had my wife soaking my feet and rubbing them.
That sounds good.
Hey, Mark, you know, you could cure cancer, but we're all going to remember you for finding the drone. You know that, right?
Yeah, you were the star of the show there, Mark. Nobody ever knew. None of us
Hey, you know
even knew who you were until then. Now you're a hero.
Yeah. You know what's funny? That Saturday morning, I didn't realize you guys were going to get there all early, and I was in Oviedo, Florida, and my cousin was picking me up, and he lives somewhere else. He had 45 minutes to get to me, and I'm like, all right, hurry up. I was telling my cousin, pick me up because they're already there. I want to get there, and so I Captain Ray is going live, and I'm like, look it, they're all there, and I'm showing my wife, and my wife says, they're all old. I said, yeah, but they're good-looking guys, though.
He must
do you
have
mean
me
what
and Mitch
old?
on camera. He must have me and Mitch on camera at the time.
That must have been me. Yeah.
Mark, are you over or under 40?
Oh, I'm well over 40.
Oh, so what do you mean old?
I know exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, "What are you saying? What are you getting at?" And so no, I'm 53, gonna be 54.
Oh, you young guy.
Man, are you
Yeah.
old? Holy cow.
But I got an old soul though.
I joke with people. I say I have shoes older than you. And
You're not that old, Mitch.
if I look at my closet, it's probably true. I think I have an old pair of shoes in there that's older than you.
Can I share the shirt and short story, Mitch?
That Hawaiian shirt is definitely been around the block or two.
Well,
The one in
that wasn't a Hawaiian shirt. That actually
No,
was,
the one in the picture.
yeah, the green shirt with the
Yeah. So
yeah,
Mitch
go
is
ahead.
showing me a picture, and he goes, "Look at this. This is 15 years ago." He goes, "You notice the shirt and shorts?" And sure as shit, he's wearing them.
I was wearing
He has the same pair on.
different shorts though. The shirt was the same, but it was.
Was it? Oh, okay.
But it shocked me when I was looking at that old picture. I said, "Holy shit, I'm wearing that shirt today." This picture's 15 years old.
Yeah, I have old clothes.
Why buy new clothes? The old ones.
If they work, I'm with you.
I'm way outgrown trying to be a fashion statement anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah, really. That's why old people dress funny, because they don't care anymore.
It's true. It's true. If you don't like it, then look the other way.
Exactly.
Kind of like a YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's kind of my philosophy.
Good analogy. Anyway, I just came to say hi to everyone. Mitch
Good.
and Johnny. Hello, Mark. Mark, one day I'll come up to your neck of the woods and meet up with you. I have
Yeah,
Mark-
For some reason, I can't hear you guys. So
Oh, really?
I would do this, but I wouldn't know what I was saying. So no sign language. All right, gentlemen. Johnny, thanks for letting me in and say hi.
Absolutely, yeah. We just
Catch you on the next one. Be
All right,
good, guys.
Carlos, take care, buddy. Good to see you.
Can you hear us now, Mark? I don't know. He should.
Now there's just three of us. What are we going to do now?
Ed, what's up?
Huh?
Well,
I said, what's up?
nothing. Just chilling here, thinking about doing some flying. The breeze is kicking back up though.
Oh, it got windy. I flew yesterday morning down here. It was gorgeous up until about 10 o'clock, and then it started to get windy. And this morning it pretty much started out windy, so I didn't get to go out.
Yeah, it's raining now. I flew yesterday. It's pretty yesterday, but it's raining today. So. Mark, you back?
yeah, Johnny. Wow, your granddaughter is amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you her Instagram. You ought to see. I had to do some side by sides of the photos. I'll send it to you later.
Goodness, yo. Oh yeah, she's amazing. My wife draws. I'm gonna have to show my wife some of her work. That's amazing.
The detail, yeah.
Yeah, very detailed. I didn't really get to look at it for a long time, and but I'm gonna check it out. I definitely love to follow her on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Oh, I would love to see her, paint or draw some of my photos. That would be so great.
Yeah.
Does she
She's
use an iPad? Does she use an iPad?
no, she don't now. She can do. She does animation on a Surface with a program that she
Yeah,
likes. But she does everything. It's colored pencils, or
Yep.
she doesn't paint too much.
Yeah, my granddaughter uses an iPad Pro and comes up with stuff that it's just it blows my mind because I can't draw a straight line.
I know. I can't draw a stick version.
I need a computer to make a shape.
No, I bought my wife the Microsoft Surface, whatever, and she's tried drawing with that, but she really likes the pencils, and she started painting and stuff. So she does really well. She's really good at it too. But that's amazing, Johnny.
I was trying to get her to. I don't know how to send it from her Instagram to you. I had to just send you her name to find. So.
Yeah, I'll find her on Instagram and definitely send her a follow. That's amazing. Yeah, so much talent,
Yeah, to be 14, that's pretty good.
I want to check out her work because before the pandemic hit, I was supposed to have my photos up in a gallery, and they were gonna have a gallery opening. And I know so many people, and they're all millionaires, and I'm not sure why I'm not a millionaire. You're supposed to hang around a barbershop and get a haircut. If you hang around a millionaire, you're gonna be a millionaire, right? No, I don't know, but that's not happening. But anyways, I was supposed to hang my work in this gallery, and it was gonna have all these people coming, and then pandemic hit, and I'm still broke. But anyways. So, maybe because they'll know I buy more drones.
You spend all your money on, from the looks of it, Mark. You spend all your money on cameras. Holy man! I thought you were the Associated Press when you showed up.
Yeah, right.
No, if I took you on a tour of my house, you'd be blown away. If I took you into my basement and you seen all the drones down there, you would definitely think that I have a problem, or you would want the problem.
You do have a problem, evidently.
Yeah.
We all have that problem.
I think we all have a slight problem.
We do.
This is actually I'm sitting in my office where I do it. You can see got a couple of screens here, and I work with I'm a Apple freak. I love Apple products. So most of how I work, I just bought there was a chat last night, a live chat last night, and I kept on saying to the guys, they were talking about editing, and they were talking about PC, and but I work on the Mac Mini, which kind of just came out not long ago, with the M1 chip, and that thing is so amazing. And I only got 8 gigs memory of the RAM. It's only 8 gigs, and it blows through 6K video, 4K video at 60 frames. It blows through it. My rendering is just this fast because I needed something fast, and I didn't want to go spend $6,000 for a Mac iMac Pro or something like that. So I looked into the Mac Mini with the M1 chip, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. I get my work done quick.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's a big part of what I do as far as making commercials and stuff is sitting here learning the editing, and I'm still not there yet. But that's a big part of what I do as far as getting content and putting it together, building a story. Oh, there was one more thing I wanted to add too, as far as what Carlos was asking about the group. And this is how I feel, as far as if you're creating a video, you're creating a story. I'm not one to fly, a mile away to get a point of interest. I'll drive there and then go up and get that point of interest, and then drive to another location so I can always keep line of sight, of course, but I'm concentrated on that one point of interest that adds to my story. So yeah, that's a good tip if anybody's listening and wants some.
Well, you know what, Mark? It's just so much easier to follow the rules. I mean,
Sure is.
I know, how far you can fly, how high, worried about height. They worry about, you don't have to be a mile from what you're going to film. So just drive to it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting to see the details of what you want to put, what you want to take into that camera.
Right.
And as you're doing it, you might hit another place that, captures your eye. I'm always looking at, I'm building a story before I even create the story. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, oh my goodness, that would look cool with a drone, or that would look cool with an orbit, or that would look cool like with me in the shot, or
Right.
anything. You know what I mean? Like, and so you kind of build your story. By the time you get home and post, your story is already created, and you're like, all now you have to do is, it's like a puzzle. You put it together, and you cut out all the bad parts, whatever, take the best and leave the rest.
You see Doc Murdoch still on the road, Mitch. Look, he's
Still
almost.
trying to, I've seen it. Chris, how you doing, buddy?
Chris,
Well, he had a real adventure. I mean,
he did. He's been gone like 10 days, maybe longer.
stopped and visited everybody that flew drones in the United States of America on his way home.
He said did. I was following that, and I'm like, what?
Michael's in the house from Fly Zone. Hey, Mike. Yeah, Tomas. Yeah, it was. He man, I tell you what, Doc is something. He and I think they flew yesterday, right, with a bunch of people. Kelly Shores and them. Was that yesterday? Saturday? Yeah.
Tomas O'Sullivan's in the house.
Yeah. Hey, Tomas.
Tomas, how you doing? We have Europe here.
Wow.
Yeah, you're now you're an international live stream now, Johnny.
Yeah, Tomas. He supports. I tell you what, he's a great supporter of a lot of channels.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
So he's great. Yeah, Michael's in the house on Fly Zone there. Michael did a little show Friday afternoon. It was a little early because the drone seekers were on, so it was a little time difference there. I actually couldn't make it because Bailey had a track meet that day. So, but it was. I watched the replay. It was a good show.
We're either supporters of these different channels or we're people with no lives whatsoever.
You know what? That's okay.
That's all right.
What's good, Mitch? We're doing what we want to do, and that's the most important thing in life.
That's
true.
very important.
It's true.
As long as you're having fun and doing it, man. They said laughter and doing what you like is the most important part.
I think, Mitch, I was talking to you. Maybe it might have not been you, but I think we were talking at the Sunday morning. I think you said, we talk about watching TV. We only watch YouTube, right? Was that what was being you talking? Or was that somebody else I was talking with?
I don't know if that was me. I talked about so many things I don't remember every conversation, but that's true. If I have a choice of watching Netflix, or I'll look at YouTube first and see if there's something on that might interest me, because I might learn something watching YouTube, but I'm certainly not going to learn anything watching Netflix.
No, and there's somebody live, or you can watch a replay of somebody that you missed. So it's just so much fun to and you get so many perspectives and so many parts of the country. And then Mark, you said it, of course you're not as young as I thought, but you know what?
Was that a compliment?
That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
I have to be sure.
But no, you know what? It's the age difference. The age difference in the drone world, there's really no age gap. That's what's fun about it.
Nope.
Well, I'm still a child anyway. I mean, the years don't mean shit to me. I'm the same guy I was when I was 25 years old. I'm crazy. I don't care about conventions, that kind of stuff, and I do what I want. It's just that you get a few more aches and pains when you get older, but
yeah.
Well, you know what? That's one thing. When I first got into it, I was kind of worried. Like you kind of see some of the live streams, and like John Coopy, for instance. Man, John is such a great guy. And he just, man, he talks to everybody like they're 28 years old or however old he is. Billy Kyle. How old is Billy? Like 27, 28, maybe.
Billy's a child.
Yeah,
he's a child. Yeah, he is.
To leave his house and come to, there's, like you say, like Mark, your wife said, there's a bunch of old guys, flying drones. Well, hey,
I think she was more shocked at the fact that, that guys do this, like older gentlemen do this, you know? And, you know, I don't think it was so much more than that, but, you know, she was shocked at the, you know, the age of the guys, you know, like, and I'm like, but now that she's been seeing me come on these live shows and, you know, she's seen some of the, I'm showing her some of the content. She's like, wow, that's amazing. These guys are awesome. They're like really nice guys. And I'm just like, yeah, you have no idea. Like,
Even though they're old, and crotchety, they're still nice guys.
yeah, you know what I mean? We're old grumpy men.
Off my lawn. You know,
Old grumpy member when it comes to drone flying.
well, that's what, Mark. That's why I started this channel. You know, and named it "Old Guy and a Drone." I did it kind of as a in your face.
Yeah.
Saying that, you know, just because somebody gets old, don't put them out to pasture. Don't write them off. You'd be amazed that some of these old guys know a hell of a lot more than you do, and can run circles around you. And
well, I'll tell you. All right, so I'm not gonna get all spiritual, but I mean, I'm a man of God, and in the Bible, you know, God chose Moses, who was very high in his age, to pull off a task that was something that he never thought he could do. And so, you know, age is not a matter, man. You know,
Mitch, and just because that starts with an M too, it's nothing to do with, you know, Mitch.
Yeah, Methuselah also starts with an M.
Mitch, you're gonna hear from God now. He's gonna have you have a drone mission for you, brother.
A drone mission.
Yeah.
Well, I got another friggin' birthday in a month. I can't believe it.
I also got into this like a little bit more into, you know, I've been flying for about 6.5, 7 years. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do some search and rescue. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go out and not find drones in the water, but find people, you know, and help in that area. And I went and bought the Mavic 2 Enterprise, and it sat in my basement for about a year and 3 months, untouched, unopened.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, unopened. I kid you not. It just sat there, and because there was no work. I mean, I live in Rhode Island. Nobody was getting lost. You know, so yeah, that I just finally got into doing the commercial stuff. So, yeah, but there's no age. There's no age as far as when it comes to this stuff. I had my grandson. There's a video on my YouTube. 8-year-old. He was 8 years old. I had him flying the Inspire 1 with the X5, Zemuse X5 camera, setting it all up. I walked him through it. I shot it, and he pulled it up, and he bring it back, and you know, so there's no age.
Oh, these kids, they're better than we are, especially the ones that grew up with video game controllers.
Absolutely.
I mean, they have hand-eye coordination that we could only dream of.
But they all can't be Maverick.
No, my son. I had my son fly. I have a picture of my son flying an RC airplane when he was 8 years old. He used to go out to the flying field with me. Little kid, transmitter in his hand, looking up, and he became quite a good RC pilot. So you got to start. You know, we never had. Well, I didn't start old. I was in my 20s when I started flying, but some people say that's past the prime learning time.
Well, I remember. So, yeah, of course, I was probably about maybe 10 years old. Well, they had the plane, and you put a little bit of that gas in there, and you start it up, and you put it on the string, and you fly it in a circle, going around like that.
That was a big thing, yeah.
That was huge for me when I was a kid, and you know, that was when you can get the motor to stop, you know. But when that thing started up and you got to fly it around, man, that was huge, you know.
Yeah, we did that when we were kids. I mean, 7, 8 years old, and when I was in the Army, I was stationed in Turkey at a 23 miles outside of Ankara, Turkey, up at a base on a hill with absolutely nothing to do. And my mother would mail me these U-Control balsa and paper airplane kits, and I would build them there on the base, and then we'd go downtown to Ankara, Turkey, to a pharmacy and buy ethanol alcohol as fuel because you couldn't ship the fuel, but she did ship me the castor oil, and we mixed our own fuel. We actually
you have to mix it.
actually got those things to fly over there.
That's something.
It
Well,
was.
I met a guy years ago. Of course, I was a kid, and I was in a park, and this guy was making paper planes out of just regular paper like this.
Yeah.
And he'd do something with it that I can't remember to this day, and I've tried, and I tell you, he would fly this thing. It would go around a tree and come back right into his hand. And I'm like, where's this guy at? I need to talk to him right now. So, so that's what we did as kids, going out and playing and doing things like outdoors. But these kids nowadays, they got controllers in their hands. And once you put a remote control in their hands with a drone, they get it just like this.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
It's amazing.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna hop off. I thank y'all for coming in. I just wanted to hop on and go get ready for some lunch here. And but now, like I said, I was just goofing off, and it's been fun. And we've been on a little over an hour, and got to have some great chat and some camaraderie here on a Sunday morning. So I want to thank y'all.
That's Johnny's way. That's Johnny's way of saying I had enough of you guys already. And
I've got to go cook lunch. My son-in-law cooked yesterday, so I got to pay back the favor today.
We understand. We understand, Johnny. We understand.
All right.
Thanks.
So
Thanks.
everybody be sure to check out Capture Life Connections latest upload.
Yeah, he
It's
just
about
put it
to
up,
meet
yeah.
up. And it was great meeting the three of you and so
Absolutely.
many others. I've tried to make my scroll that goes across the top to include people. I need to add Mark Fisher in there. But it was a lot of fun. And it's the first meet I've ever done. And if it's any gauge, I don't see how any of them can meet up with what happened last weekend.
I agree. And
Hey,
everything
Mitch,
else that
if I'm not subscribed to your channel, please try to reach out to me so I can subscribe to any of you. If you got a YouTube channel and I'm not subscribed to it, please send me.
Yeah, Morgan, I just sent you that
I didn't
Instagram
even
link.
know, Mark. I subscribed to you yesterday. I didn't even know what your channel name was until a live stream last night. But mine is just Old Guy and a Drone.
Okay.
It's
So if
not.
you subscribe to me, I definitely would. I probably
You won't see it. You won't see it because I don't allow my subscriptions to be visible on other
Okay.
channels. I've had too much spam because of that. Yeah, so it's Old Guy and a Drone. You'll find it.
I'll find you. Check
All
it
right.
out.
Morgan, I just sent you that Instagram link too.
Take care, everybody.
All right,
Later,
thanks.
everybody.
Take it easy.